Welcome back for another episode, and tonight I'm delighted to be joined by the man of the moment from Saturday. Well, one man of many moments on Saturday. Bare Knuckle FC in Manchester, Leigh Cohoon. Wow, what a fight that was, brother. Let's talk through your initial feelings at first, because it was carnage. For anyone that's not seen it, I'll drop the links in, go and check it out. But Leigh, talk us through your feelings of the fight itself first, brother.
To be fair, mate, it was a bit wary at first, a bit of an unknown opponent, but stepping on 5 days' notice, if he's going to step in his game, so I was expecting that, but he's also not going to be conditioned. So I said to my corner, I said to Ben, I said, we've got one round of hell. Not effing hell, just hell, but he gave me 2 times effing hell, you know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. Put it all over me, the lad. Give you everything but the kitchen sink. But to be fair, mate, I'm a tough old man.
Absolutely. Now, the great determination that shone through in the fights, but talk about your feelings through fight week and fight camp leading up to it. There was changes of opponent and stuff. So, did that change your mindset, or your way of thinking in any way, changes of opponent and stuff like that?
No.
Or was you just it doesn't matter, as soon as I get in that circle, then it's on?
Yeah, that's it, mate. I've been around a fight game for like 16 years now. It happens. Are you ready? Are you trained? Are you ready to throw down? Yes. If you're not on fight week, then fucking hell, you shouldn't be in there yourself. But, a change of opponent is less than ideal. But at the end of the day, we're professional fighters. We're paid to fight. We enjoy fighting. We enjoy to entertain. And to be fair, most of the bare knuckle lads, we're here to throw down, win or lose. We are here to throw down. I did MMA for a long time. It's nothing nowhere near compared to boxing, but records matter in MMA and pro boxing, especially. You can get to 30, 40, as a professional boxer. If there's anything about you and you tiptoe your way through people that can't fight, then you look like you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. But in the BKFC, it's not like that. And that's why people love it. That's why people pay their money. And that's why people tune in to be entertained, because literally every fight is a 50-50. No one can call it. So, whether I'm fighting a grizzled veteran who's had 200 fights or a rookie who's had 2 fights, I know, and the fans know, you're in for a treat, because, it's
carnage.
Yeah, carnage, man.
Absolutely, Leigh. Like, you're just touching on what you said there. There's no such thing as a journeyman in bare knuckle, is there, brother?
Correct, mate. You couldn't possibly fucking do it, could you? Sat there watching Emmerdale with your missus. Hey, pal, did you go get your face smashed in by this killer? He's only trained for 20 years in the fight game, and he's got no gloves on, but no opponent. You up for it? I give you a couple of £100. It's like, it's a really good episode. Yeah, it's not possible.
Speaking of being in a fight game for a long time and your MMA background, what's the massive differentials for you, and especially through fight camp? What sort of things was you working on different, and did it feel a bit weird not being able to work on kicks and your grappling and stuff like that? Was it a whole different context for you?
To be fair, mate, I've not fought MMA for a long time. I had a long break off. I had quite a bit of personal trouble. I wasn't in the right place for a long time. And to get to sort of snap out of it and heal myself, then we had to look at something that we enjoy doing, which is professional violence. I wasn't in the right frame of mind or physically to compete in MMA, and with me not competing for so long, MMA really wasn't an option. So white collar was the step. I fought literally 12 months ago to the day it was last weekend. My good friend Sam, his brother passed away, unfortunately. Only a young man, 29 years old, bless him. And he said, would I mind helping the show out and fighting white collar? So, everything happens for a reason, kind of thing. So we put the gloves back on. We set back to work. And And 12 months later, I'm 6 wins, no losses, fighting on the biggest stage in the bare knuckle world. If not, full stop. The BKFC is one of the biggest promotions on the planet right now. It's an absolute honour, mate, to be totally honest with you. But it just goes to show you set your mind to something and you approach it properly, then anything's possible.
Absolutely, you can achieve anything. And just touching on
Correct.
12 months ago, you did your white collar, and it was coerced with your friend. So do you just want to touch on your friend a little bit and how much of an impact he had on you? Because I'm really sorry for your loss, but it seems like he's had a big impact on you, Leigh, and it's not had a knock-on effect of why you're here now. So if you just touch on your friend for a little minute.
To be fair, my best mate in the whole wide world, Stu Baxter, he departed, should we say, 7 years ago. So that knocked me for 6. I ended up divorcing my wife, leaving her, leaving my children, spiraled out of control, blah, blah, blah. It was COVID. I met another woman, I had another child. That caused chaos. So I was in and out of court, for the family court, not the criminal court. And there was a lot of soul searching involved. A lot of friends and family sort of just like cast me aside. No one was really there. There was only a select few people that sort of were there for me when I needed, when the chips were down. You know what I mean? So it took me the best part of 5 years to get over that. So a couple of years ago, I was sort of coming around, and then unfortunately, Matthew Lofthouse, 29 years of age, one of the nicest men you'll ever meet, sweet, innocent guy, a gentle giant. He had a seizure in his sleep, bless him, and he just wasn't here. And it's like, of all the people that we know, wrong uns, rough people, fighters, blah, blah, you know what I'm trying to say. He just was none of the above. But, it's not there's not a certain criteria you have to meet, is there, for the good Lord to take you? And he took the wrong ones, It's 29, such a waste. So it was the least I could do, trying to help the show. I was overcome with emotion at the time, I won't lie to you. But again, everything happens for a reason, and that was the start of what was to come. So here we are 12 months later, literally to the day. It was this weekend. I've just completed my second fight for the BKFC, second win, second stoppage. And we've got people talking about the right things for once, instead of the wrong things. So, hell yeah.
Absolutely, hell yeah. And just to say again, sorry for the loss of your friend. It sounds like it's moulded you as well. It's moulded you. I know we say that it's timing and stuff, but we all know that the Almighty only takes the best first.
Only good die young. That's why I live forever like a fucking cockroach. What is on the BKFC ring when I'm about fucking 90 years old?
So fight week, it's your second BKFC event. Was it similar to the first? Was you treated well? Have you been well looked after? Talk a little bit about fight week and the promotion.
They're amazing. Andy Bakewell and the team, they're amazing. They're very supportive. They're good promotion, well run. But fight week, when you're at the bottom end of the food chain, so to speak, we've still got to go to work. We're still up at 5:30, going to work, doing a 12-hour day, coming home knackered, miserable with the wife, just like starving. You know what I mean? It's same old, but it's what we do. It's the path we chose, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But just starving Thursday, sauna Friday, weighing Friday. It's like Christmas Day. There, I'm like, I'll have a full platter, please, and then we'll have a malt loaf. Oh yeah, we'll go out for a pizza. The kids are like, yeah. I'm like, no, it's all mine.
Absolutely. Now, Team Pain has been putting in the work in throughout camp, haven't they? You, Simon, and Ben. So let's just talk about the vibe that's been going on through Fight Week, especially through fight camps, especially with both of you being on the same card. I bet the energy was through the fucking roof, wasn't it?
It's unreal, to be fair, mate. Ben's like a kid in the sweet shop most of the time. I know he won't mind me saying he's got a slight touch of ADHD. And he's like a giddy dog. He's like, Leigh, we're fighting. So it's a pleasure to be around. You know, I'm an old man. I'm 40. I'm miserable. I'm like, nah. And Ben's like this giddy puppy. So, you know, we feed off each other well. But it's good. We've had an hard camp. Obviously, I was fresh off the back of fighting in Newcastle 7 weeks ago. So I had to get rid of this peak at it and get back down to the bottom so I could rise again. But it was difficult because you're not wanting to train because your body's crashed and you're like, ugh. But, you know, with the likes of Ben and Simon and my other brothers, my other friends around the camp, Andy Jones, veteran trainer, been around the professional boxing game a long time. He knows what to do, he knows how to handle us. And before you know it, we're sparring again. Before you know it, monkey hands, wherever he is, Ben smacking me about and sitting me on my ass. It's all good, mate. We love it. And we just feed off each other. You know, we're here for each other. We're brothers. We're a team. And
that's what I was going to say. So Ben's like unofficially your little brother, isn't he? He's
yeah. He's a good kid. Love him. I've known him a long time. Not seen him for a long time. I used to look after him when he was a nipper, but
yeah, and he told me about this on the last podcast. He did dip into it. He said he was like the younger one, and you basically babysat him. Basically.
Yeah, it's mad the way all things come full circle. You know, 30 years later.
That's it. So obviously 7 weeks ago in Newcastle. So it's been like a massive back-to-back camp for you, hasn't it? So are you glad to have a little break now, or are you just going to?
I am.
Or are you itching to get back in already?
I got into the night and I met Andy Bakewell about 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, thanks for having us, Andy. I've had a few shandies. Oh, love it, mate. But who's next and when? And he didn't reply, thankfully. Because I would have been like, oh, get rid of the May card. But to be fair, I need a break. Like I say, 6 fights in 12 months. I'd love to fight again in May, but I need a little break. I'm an old man. I'm 40 years old. If I did perform in May, I wouldn't be performing at the best level. I might end up coming out losing. Then I'd be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. So I need to use my head, use my experience, use my wise old age, and realise I need a little break. There's rumours that the show's going to be coming back to Manchester later in the year. So I'm going to bide my time, have a few more shandies over the summer period, shall we say, and then hopefully look to get back on that card and get myself to 3-0. Once I'm 3-0, I want to start looking at contenders, really. I want to be starting to make a bit of noise moving up the ladder because it's an unforgiving game, should we say. I can't be hanging around forever. So I'm making to look a little bit of noise. Perhaps book the rematch. Not the rematch, the fight that was scheduled.
Originally scheduled, yeah.
Gibson McCrory. And see where I stand, you know, against a grizzled veteran of the game, 200 fights. I'm a baby myself, I've only had 2. So I think it's a solid test, and I think we'll see. He's going to offer something different. You know, I fought 2 younger opponents, fairly new in the game, fairly new to fighting. Just not quite with the experience that I've had. I've stood the test. I've shown what I'm about. I've proved my mettle. But I need a solid test. I need a grizzled veteran, and then hopefully things go my way and we can discuss what's next. But like I say, I want to be looking at someone with a number next to the name, ideally by the end of the year.
Absolutely. I mean, the divisions are wide open, aren't they, Leigh? So is it a case of now having a little bit, because you did Newcastle 7 weeks ago, you was in a hell of a war where you had to go to the trenches on Saturday. So that's done you in good stead. Is it now have a break, rest, reset, then go hell for leather through a next fight camp, hopefully for the next Manchester card with, like you said, a rants contender, because it's titles has got to be the goal, hasn't it, man?
Of course, mate. You know, the light heavy division is absolutely rammed. There's a lot of top blokes in there now at the minute. They're bringing in more and more pros, ex-pro boxers. There's a lot of dangerous men in there. And, more than anything, I want to see where I stand. I fancy my chances against anyone, I won't lie to you. But there's only one way to find out, so to speak. So, like I said earlier, it's not about the padding of the record, so to speak. But if I get to sort of 3-0, 4-0 perhaps, I want to be looking at a top contender. So that's my short-term goal, shall we say, over the next couple of fights. I want a grizzled veteran, aka Jimmy McCrory, and then a top contender just to see where I stand and see if I'm good enough. I want to know. We all do. Got to strike while iron's hot. Like I say, I had 4 fights last year. Hopefully I can get 4 fights in this year and stay busy, because I'm a keen believer, especially in the fight game, if you're inactive, it's no good to you, especially in the later stages of your career. You need to be sort of flowing and moving the best you can. So I don't think a long layoff suits anyone, in all honesty.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of long layoff, Ben's been out of a boxing ring for a long time competitively, and he was using Danny Mitchell, who we know Danny Mitchell's world-renowned combat sports legend.
Yeah.
The guy's a fucking lunatic. He can do it all. And me and Ben adjudged that it was a good measuring stick for Ben. So from your perspective, how do you feel like he dealt with it? Because I thought the scorecards were a bit harsh on Ben for the way he performed, me personally.
In all honesty, mate, I missed a large section of the fight. I was busy backstage getting stitched up. I came out, I seen a few glimpses. Obviously, people tried to talk to me and stuff as well. But all I saw was just Ben just down in the ribs. I was like, oh, Jesus. But in all honesty, I meant Ben's a lunatic, not Danny before. He's not fought for 7 years. He's like, Leigh, get me in the BKFC. I did. I got to meet him with Andy Batewell. Andy's had him. He stepped in. He's not even looked for a warm-up fight, a white collar, a tune-up, an easy opponent, get a win, get his confidence up. He's like, yeah, we'll fight Danny Mitchell. I'm like, good, that's good. But in the back of my mind, I only told him the day, I was very wary. Danny Mitchell is a 100-fight veteran. He's been in the UFC. He's competed at the very highest level. I know it's irrelevant, but his jiu-jitsu game's through the roof. He's been all over the world competing in all the martial arts, and he's got his own gym and everything. It's his entire life. And Ben's just like, yeah. The guinea puppy that he is. And I thought, fair fuck to him, man. And he's gone for it. He's gone for broke. And what a better way to test your skills against a top contender. Like I was just mentioning there, I need to know where I stand. Ben's done that in his first attempt. Yeah. 7 years layoff against, a well-respected veteran in Danny Mitchell. Fucking hell. He wasn't far off. From what I've heard, I didn't see the fight, but from what I've heard, he wasn't far off. Yeah,
he didn't look out of place anyway, mate.
Correct.
So, and I think that's testament to not just Ben and his determination. It's testament to all of you at Team Pain and what you've been producing behind the scenes. Now, did you manage to catch any in the main event, Jono versus Gary?
I did, mate. Yes.
Can we get your opinion on that?
How could you not? The whole world wanted to see that one. A monstrous quarter down Jono's nose. Fucking hell. But he looks beautiful, as always.
That's what I said. He looks stunning. He looks fucking stunning.
It is what it is. It's the bare knuckle game. The guy's not been beat before, and they had a little bit of tension at the weigh-in and stuff. Boxing's an animal. Jono's an animal. Jono was unbeaten going into this one. It was all to play for. Perhaps a potential shot at King Kai, and they produced the goods. Perhaps it was only for 2 minutes, but it delivered.
Absolutely.
No one was disappointed. Perhaps by the way it ended and a doctor's stoppage, but we got a glimpse of what could have been, and I reckon they're going to meet again in the future because they're both game as a badger. They're both like, not as if I've lost. I can still fucking kill you, and they're like, yeah, me too. So I think they'll do it again at some point. I really do. It's what the fans are in for. The treat, the BKFC. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Absolutely. It'd be criminal if that doesn't get booked again in the future. But is Makore the absolute ideal name that you want next? Because it was the original fight schedule, so that's it. It's sort of not going a backwards step, but it's the step that you originally had in place, wasn't it, to get you to the platform on the level that where you need to be?
Correct. Yeah. I said Gypsy McCrory or David Round. David Round is at a lighter weight now, and he's a bit inactive at the minute. Gypsy McCrory was the fight that was supposed to be made. I've spoke to him. You know, he's got a few problems going on at the minute. First and foremost, cancer. I mean, bleeding hell. Fair play to you. He was begging for the fight. You know, come on. We're fighters at the end of the day, but we're only human. Yeah. So I'm hoping the BKFC is still interested in booking it. Like I say, it'll stand me in good stead as far as working my way up the ladder and mingling with the top contenders. I think it's a solid test. I respect him. The whole bare knuckle world knows him. He's been around a long time. He's had a lot of fights with a lot of dangerous people. Bare knuckle, and I think it's a solid test. And I think it'll do me the world of good. I think it'll do Jimmy the world of good. In all honesty, fighting a fresh-faced 40-year-old beginner just to propose something different. He's been around the game that long. He probably gets offered the same old names and the same old shows. But with the BKFC, there's a lot of up-and-comers that are bringing a different style to it now. It's a lot more exciting, a lot more faster paced. So, you know, I think I've proved I can take a licking and keep on ticking. And if he can give it me, great. I know he can take it, so that's great. So I think the fans are in for a treat. And it's win-win. If we do it in Manchester, it's even better. So,
Absolutely. If it is Manchester, Leigh, then I am majorly excited for it. But thank you for opening up tonight, and thank you for being honest on your past mistakes and stuff like that. It's great to see that someone that's had a bit of shit in the past life, as we all have. We've all got a story. We've all got a bit of shit to tell. That wants to rebuild yourself and achieve something, whether you're on the wrong side of 35 or not, fella. Do you know what I mean?
It's never too late. Never too late.
That's it, brother. That's it. Leigh, thank you very much for your time. I hope Ben is off the toilet and we can get him on soon.
Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for having me. Can I just mention my sponsors?
Yeah, anybody that you want to shout out, any sponsors, trainers, anything, go on, link them up, man. Hit them up.
Wonderco, Hoppy Days, Bredbury Fit Club, Courtney's Meal Prep. Thank you very much. Extreme Bar. Thank you very much for your support. My wife Rachel, my children that I've not seen for a long time, Remy, Rhea, Hallie, the boys at Team Pain, Andy Jones for helping the old boys get through it, and to Ben Lowe, you know, welcome to the big leagues. Thank you to our opponents. Thank you to Andy Batewell. And thank you to the hillbillies that turned up in the hundreds to make the fucking racket in that arena the other night. You know, I couldn't have done it without you. So thank you.
Love, man. Leigh, thank you very much, brother.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Speak to you again soon, brother.
Dave, mate, take care.